Hey folks, Rob back for another Rob Plays, and this time we're checking out Compile's Aleste, developed by them and published in 1988. I am also ratcheting things up to turbo mode and playing it at its native 60Hz, so it's going to be a very interesting experience. So you're Ray, a pilot who is basically taking things to the whole situation where an environmental control computer has gone rogue, the DIA-51. It's been compromised by plant monsters. At least I understand it from the translation patch on the English on the Rob to see the screen, which I'm not using here. His girlfriend Yuri is critically wounded, and while she's going under emergency operation, he is taken off in his Aleste fighter to stop these plants and save the day. So really, in a way, Aleste sort of builds upon the work that Compile did with Zanak and Zanak EX, which are games I covered last year on the channel, particularly with their power-up system. You've got your primary fire, which is the sort of yellow blast I'm shooting, which you can upgrade by collecting the power chips, those little pick up to a P that drop from certain enemies. And then of course you've got the weapons, the weapons numbered 1 through 8. I think it was 0 through 7 in Zanak, but basically each one of those different. This is my first real problem with the game, is the amount of slowdown it has. Now, I've got to admit, because I'm playing this on a VG8235, a European MSX2 machine, even though I've got it booted to 60Hz to run this, thank you SofaROM and SofaRun, I don't know what it'd be like on a real, a proper, Japanese MSX2 computer. So I don't know if the slowdown is just the game in general, or if it's me forcing it on a European machine like this, but it does really ratchet up the difficulty, and this is already a bit of a tough game. So let's get weapon 5, which is blast these rings. See, like, you can sort of see the speed now where it's running without much slowdown. It feels great, and then it starts slowing down, and it just really messes the flow up. Just shame, because visually it's amazing. Now, audio is pretty good. This is just using the stock MSX sound hardware, the PSG. Unfortunately, it does support MSX audio, but I don't have one of those carts for my MSX, so I can't really. And even if I did, I don't know how I'd grab the audio and sync it up. So regretfully, I can't enjoy that aspect to it. What I've heard from what I've seen of the game being played with it in other videos, it does sound really nice. Regretfully, I can't show that. Alright, so this plant boss has been not too bad. Not enough power chips to upgrade the shot. Because when you collect power chips, so when you collect enough of them, I didn't defeat it in time. Oh no, I've collected enough power chips, and you can see that now my primary shot is firing 2 bullets at once. And the same thing happens with the upgrades for your secondary weapon. So now, not yet. I need to get more number 1 pickups. But when I do, basically I'll have 2 blasts from that directional shot, which is nice. It's a nice, unique power-up system where a lot of games, you sort of just collect weapons. But I'm going to divert from that and grab number 3, which is the laser, which has some serious stopping power. I really like this laser. More power chips. Yeah, look at that. 3 blasts from my primary gun. This is one intense experience, and the slowdown doesn't help, which is really infuriating, because I would love to play this on a machine that didn't have that slowdown. And now I feel annoyed because I've just lost all my really good power-ups. So, and this is one of those things, like, the other thing that's worth mentioning, of course, is Aleste was converted for the Master System, and in Japan it still kept the name, but when released in the West, we got it as, Power Strike. And so I haven't really played that version properly because it's pricey, though not as pricey as this was. And I don't know if darn it, I'm almost close to the end, getting close to the end of level boss, and it's game over. And I don't know how it compares in performance, but I've got to admit it's kind of frustrating to slow down. But let's restart again and see if I can actually beat it, because I've been having a bunch of warm-ups, and this is like take 3 of trying to do this video because I was doing really badly. Honestly, it's because I don't really play it enough at 60 Hz, and I want to show that experience because people have complained when I've not done that. Try to get this experience right. And because it's just this game, it's okay to be able to just run everything at 60. I don't have to sync up with games on. I don't have to. This video is not featuring games on other machines. Yeah, let's go for the wave blast. Get more power chips. I do kind of wish there was like a sort of UI element that was like, you've collected almost enough power chips. Sort of like that fills up as you collect power chips to sort of indicate that, oh, you've almost leveled up your main gun. Because, I can't remember if the audio cues, and it's always a pain. I don't have audio to listen to at the moment because of capture necessity. But it becomes really annoying where it's like, oh, how close was I to getting the gun upgrade? And it's sort of that player feedback that really helps. I don't know, maybe the design was really sort of about, oh, you've played it, you get the hang of it after enough, but it sort of gets like, ooh. Anyway. Weapon, the default one, which is this, the default secondary weapon, which is, done it. Which is this directional shot is great, but then you can't shoot forward. I'll stop firing damage. Terrible move. Come on, let's keep going. Yeah, it's just like, the amount of slowdown and flicker here is really, maybe it wouldn't be as bad if you were on a CRT, and maybe that's the trade-off, and, I'm playing through my upscaled setup. But even even if they're blinking, skipping a frame for reuse, that's still like 1/30th of a second. It's like, ooh, ouch. Okay. Well, that was close. Alright, let's take the... Gotta just try and take this out quickly as I can. Okay. Let's go over. What a silly move. But on the upside, let's go. Take that. Oh, you can die from the pickups. From the pickup droppers. Oh, that's terrible. That makes sense though, but it's still terrible. Okay. I've got one life in reserve, I think. Oh, it gets confusing. It's like some games will tell you, okay, we've got one. There's a 3. I need 3. I want 3. I want the laser because the laser will help so much. Just being able to carve through. And these plants corrupting all these people. Yeah, look, it was barely an enemy. I could just, it sort of missed. I could barely see it as it was going through. Yeah, wave missile help. Okay. Oh, that was close. I thought I was dead there. Okay. And the other thing I really like with the power-up system is, it's not like most shooters where it's like, oh, you keep this weapon until you die. Well, that does happen here. But some of the weapons, you can only fire them for a limited number of shots. Others, like this one, you have for a limited time. So it's like, you can see that, got just a bit under a minute left that I can have this, this laser. So, hopefully that gets me to the boss. Because I'm almost at the end of level boss, I think. So you have the 2 mini bosses, which are those plant arrangements. And we've got one more plant arrangement, which is sort of the end of it. Darn it. Last. And so much slowdown. Oh, which is a shame, because this is a great shooter. The graphics are clear. And when they're not flickering, and the graphics are clear. Bullets, it's not like a game where the bullets get obfuscated because of what's going on. It's not like that, because, you play some shooters where the bullets just get obfuscated amongst the action. Here they're pretty clear, and it's only really when the game starts slowing down that things become a problem. And it's a bit of a shame, because I think what we've got here is an excellent shooter. It's a really, really well drawn. The music's great, even on the stock MSX audio hardware and the PSG. And then when you hear it on the FM, it sounds really good. Scrolling smooth because it's MSX2, so it's using the hardware scrolling on the VDP. It does a lot of things right, but it's just this flicker and this slowdown that kind of messes the experience up. And again, I don't know what it's like on the Master System with Power Strike. It might be better there. And maybe it's just this is just, you know, the MSX2 is a little more limited as a result compared to its peers, and that's fine. And it's just a little disappointing. I mean, if you could sit through that, if you can stomach the thing, then yeah, it's a good experience. It's a great shooter. I have to admit, I think I'm a little spoiled by stuff on the 64, which doesn't really flicker that much. Oh, I know. And there's that. I actually didn't destroy the enemy. Oh, I think my hand is starting to cramp up a bit from this gamepad. The little Hudson gamepad I have, it kind of reminds me of a NES Famicom controller. Probably was built based on one, and then they re-engineered it a bit. Yeah, I mean, I like my shooters. I like joysticks, not gamepads. So really need to get a nice joystick that has the dual fire buttons for MSX games, because that would be rather lovely. I got it. I can't imagine how many hours of mastery would be there to really be able to survive this, because it's just a little too intense an onslaught, and I really feel that the game kind of suffers a bit because of it. I mean, it's like you know, and again, like as I've said, you know, it is a compromised experience. Is it compromised because of me running it on this European machine, even though it's set to output at 60 hertz, 60 frames? It's some of that stuff is actually really tough to discuss. And it's always an interesting element of preservation. It's always that interesting element, because it's a shame. Because otherwise, I wish, like, if this did actually run crystal smooth, it would be so much fun. Because it does so many things right. Come on, yeah, middle plant is destroyed. Good. Let's take the side one out. Gotta just keep lined up. Just keep using it. Keep using my primary shot. Yeah, 2 down. All right, let's get over to the air and keep hammering it home. Yeah, third one. We actually got third one down. Nice. All right, so that's the second boss of this first stage. Let's keep going. I think regardless of how we go, this will be the final run, because my hands are actually starting to my thumb's really starting to hurt right now. This shot's not that good. Laser. Yeah, that's what we need. Laser. Who doesn't need more lasers? Come on, last life. Come on, don't game over. 6 is good. That's the one that sort of curves a bit as you turn. So much slowdown. I really hate the slowdown. And that's game over. My hands are starting to really kill me here. I really appreciate what Compile have done with this game. You can see you can see the elements that make this such a smart shooter experience. But oh my goodness, it's a game that really suffers a fair bit from the poor MSX2 hardware. And again, I could be compromised playing it on a PAL machine, even though it's running at 60 Hz. That's always a complex scenario. But I think I'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed looking at it, and I will catch you on the next one.